again, my man. Coming into this game, the Avalanche are playing pretty darn good hockey right now. They've consistently put a few wins together. We all know when they play at Ball Arena, they tend to play much better than they do when they don't play at Ball Arena. The goaltending is getting better for the Avalanche as well. The Pittsburgh Penguins, 2 of their last 3 games, they have lost in overtime. So right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins have got their work cut out for them in this game here against the Avalanche. No line out on this game yet, but we can assume Avalanche are going to be favored. I'm going to assume it's somewhere in the realm of like minus 225 for the Colorado Avalanche. Penguins come in around plus 150-ish. With all that said, Penguins, you lose 2 in a row. Well, 2 of your last 3 in overtime. Bryson, could there be a little bit of motivation here from the Penguins to go out there and finally put it together and get a big win over a big-time team?
I think there's definitely a little bit of motivation there. But like you mentioned, the Avalanche are playing some pretty dang good hockey right now. They're on a 2-game win streak in their own right. And then you mentioned it, at home, they've been pretty darn solid this year. 18-10-2 at home this year at Ball Arena. And ever since they made the move to Mackenzie Blackwood as their primary goaltender, like you mentioned, the ship has been righted for the Colorado Avalanche. You know, early in the year, the whole story was how they couldn't stop anyone. Everyone was scoring, 5, 6, 4, whatever it was. Everyone was scoring on the Colorado Avalanche. It was bad. Like, I think for the first month in the year, they were a bottom 5 goaltending team in the league. And now they've climbed their way back up in those ranks. Overall, over the entire course of the season, they've clawed their way up into 17th in goals allowed. And a lot of that has to do with what they've done over the last few months with Blackwood in as goaltender. And then one thing I've really liked by the Avalanche this year is they saw early they weren't good enough. They weren't going to be good enough to go on a Stanley Cup run. So they're like, you know what? Okay, we're going to make some moves. We're going to trade people. You're not going to like some of the trades. Mikko Rantanen got traded. Av fans didn't like it. Fun fact, it's worked out. The guy they've brought in played pretty darn well for the Avalanche. They made the move for Mackenzie Blackwood as goaltender. They made another move for some defensemen from the Rangers. So I like the fact that the Avs have been aggressive, getting better. And I think a lot of that's going to show in this game with against the Pittsburgh Penguins at home. They have the far better goaltender, in my opinion, between the two of them. The Avalanche have the far better offense. Like, that's one thing that's been consistent all year with McKinnon, with whoever else has been around them. They've been able to put up points, put up goals like that. Like, it's been easy for them this year. So I think this is the spot to take the Avalanche. I think they're the better team. I think they're the hotter team. And this is going to be one of the first few games this year where, like, all the trade pieces are there for the Avalanche. They kind of have some cohesion. They've had some guys play together for the first time in a few games in a row. So I think this is a good spot for the Avalanche.
I'm sorry, Pittsburgh. This ain't going to be pretty, bro. This ain't going to be pretty. They might get murdered. Now, you did mention the Avalanche having a much better offense, and I do agree with you. Overall, they do. However, the Penguins have scored damn near 15 goals in their last 3 games. I mean, they score. They just can't keep you from scoring. So as long as Mackenzie is the announced starter, I would feel very, very good about Colorado in this game. Now, he has played a few games in a row, and I could see this being kind of the break game before the next road trip gets going and all that. So if they do choose to go with a guy like Georgiev or something like that, that would be a little bit concerning for me if I'm Colorado. Now, once again, Bryson, let me tell you right now, if Mackenzie does not play this game, folks, don't even look at this game. Just take the over. Just take the over, and I'll meet you at the bank at about 10 p.m. because we're going to be cashing those tickets, because there's something about this game that says Colorado, I don't see a world they don't score 4 goals. I mean, minimum 4 goals. So if not, do I think the Penguins are good for 3 goals here? I do, as long as it's not Mackenzie. This could be a 5-4, 6-4 kind of hockey game, nonstop action. I do like the Avalanche to get it done, but I will be taking the over in this game pretty much no matter what.